How do you determine if it's a possession or if it's a mental health issue?
The Code of Canon Law says I have to have moral certitude. It's kind of a vague statement. So if they have supernatural strength, we know that's one. So if I see somebody, if I see somebody throw a 300-pound man with one hand, I'm like, that's not her. If they have a deep-seated aversion to things that are holy, that's another telltale sign. There's 3 of them. That's 2. The third one is if they have knowledge of things they could never know. So the most obvious cases that probably we've all seen, if you've been doing this long enough, is, you can get a 20-year-old person who has a fairly low degree of education, like they barely can read and write, and then suddenly during their deliverance prayers, they start screaming at me in Latin. And I'm just like, hold on. Pretty sure this little kid here doesn't know Latin or Greek or any other ancient language. So those would be big signs. For me personally, so like in my break room, the big water jugs, like I don't know how many gallons there are, 20, 30 gallon jugs. The water that I drink is holy water. So I make that holy water. It has the exorcism salt in it. So on the first time I meet an alleged victim, I bring them into the break room and I say, hey, it's hot outside. I'm going to grab some water. You want some water? They almost always say yes, because people are basically polite, even if they're afflicted, and they go to drink the water. If they immediately have a reaction to that water, I know this is real, because the person had no idea that was holy water. Probably wouldn't even know what holy water is half the time, because they're usually not Catholic. I had a girl take one sip and she passed out and fell down on the floor completely. I said, okay, bingo, we got one.
Wow.
So you can do things like this. I also will keep a pyx in my pocket. It's a little gold, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a little case made out of gold. And we put the Blessed Sacrament in there when we go to see the sick. And then when I'm ministering to that person, I open the pyx and I give them Holy Communion. They receive it. And that's what we carry around to bring communion to people. So if I'm interviewing somebody that says they're possessed, and about halfway through the interview, I pull out the pyx and I open it, and they see the host. And then if they start raging and going crazy, I say, okay, you can relax, because that's an unconsecrated host. That's a piece of bread. So I think it's more of a psychological issue you're having, not demonic. Because the demon would know. That's just bread.